Have here in the studios with me a superwoman that I admire, and I'm sure you will too once you listen to her story. Welcome to the studio, Miss Mahalakshmi Saravanan, the founder of the Women Entrepreneurs India. I'm so happy and privileged to have you here at the studios, ma'am. Welcome.
Hi, Shruti. Same here.
Thank you so much for being here. And as I told you earlier, the reason why I wanted to feature you on the Superwoman is because I consider you a superwoman, and I think so many people, as part of the Women Entrepreneurs India and even otherwise would definitely consider you to be one of their superwomen. So tell us a little bit about how you came into this entrepreneur's journey and about how you founded the Women Entrepreneurs India.
I wasn't a superwoman few years ago, but then when I started my journey as a lecturer in one of the universities in Chennai, I thought I'm going to focus only on academics. But after marriage, things changed. I was able to know what I'm good at. My husband motivated me to start something on my own. That's when, from a nutrition career, I jumped onto IT, which is a totally challenging domain. But I took the challenge, I took the risk. Having studied nutrition and focusing on APIs and servers, it is a big challenge. Facing the risk and knowing more about internet, knowing what is web, what is HTML, so stuff like that, which I was not even aware of. But then I took the risk, and that sustained, for about 3 years. I started my journey in 2009, and until 2013, I never knew that I'm going to do something for the women community. So after running the business for more than 3 years, and after facing lots of ups and downs in my life, I really thought, why not I educate the women around me, let them know what is business, how to go about starting a business, and what are the formalities to be done, how to go about funding. So these are the challenges I faced when I started my business. So I didn't want my friends or my peers who are into similar lines to be not aware of these things. So that's when I founded Women Entrepreneurs India. And when I started Women Entrepreneurs India, I never knew that I'm going to emerge as a personal brand. But then after a few years, people relate my name to,
Women Entrepreneurs India.
I think that's a big achievement.
Definitely, ma'am. I think, like I said earlier itself, a lot of people will consider you a superwoman. And today, when my listeners are listening to this, they're going to be going back and checking out what the Women Entrepreneurs India is. We're going to come back and ask her a few more questions. But you stay tuned. This is Mahalakshmi Saravanan, the founder of Women Entrepreneurs Radio 1. So tell us a little bit about how the organization functions and how we can approach you.
So we have an online portal by name womenentrepreneurindia.com, and we do conduct regular events every month. We have couple of networking events, and we usually think only 20-30 will come, but usually jam-packed. We don't want to have a higher number because there won't be focused networking. So we would want a focused group. So we do conduct a lot of events in terms of creating legal awareness, in terms of knowing more about funding aspects, like how you can raise funds for your business, how you can pitch your business, how you can register your company. I know a lot of details pertaining to business is conducted by through expert talks and sessions, and we of course do a lot of webinars. And since we have a very high ranking online, like we are ranking on page 1 out of crores of websites online, so which makes our website the prominent one. Yeah, so we are like we have got a very good brand reputation.
Absolutely. And I think, like when you said, I think that personal brand image that you have created for yourself. So when I Google Mahalakshmi Saravanan, yours is the page that comes up immediately, and a lot of people relate to that, and the trust and credibility that you have created over the years has definitely helped that. What are the 3 most common challenges that women entrepreneurs, when they want to start out, what do they come and tell you that these are the challenges that I face?
See, one of the major challenges is that women are unable to realize their own potential, and they don't have a clear mindset of what to do and what not to do. They either tend to think that when I approach WEA, maybe they will give me a new business opportunity.
Okay.
But actually, they may be having a wonderful talent, which we have to, interact with them, find out their potential, let them know that you're good at this. Why don't you do this?
Okay.
So I think first of all, we, as women, I think they have to explore what they're good at.
Okay.
The second thing is, having a clear mindset, having clarity is quite important. You need to know whether you really want to start a business or get into a job.
Okay.
Irrespective of whatever circumstances you are in, if you have the mindset to start something on your own, I think you should plunge and you
give it your 100%.
Exactly. And the third challenge is that though many women start new businesses, they are not looking at scalability factor, which stops them like they are again a small time entrepreneur. They're not looking at the bigger version of it. They
Picture.
don't dream big.
Okay.
No, they don't want to set up big empires. Rather, they stick on to home-based businesses, local businesses.
Okay.
Though they have the potential, maybe due to lack of awareness or due to lack of marketing support, or maybe they restrict themselves from growing
bigger.
I
All
think,
right.
yeah.
So we're going to come back and ask her a few more questions. Stay tuned. This is On Demand Channel with me, Shruti, only on 94.3 Radio 1. 100% Bollywood, 100% Channel. With me,
This is
Shruti,
Radio
on
1
Radio 1 Superwoman. Today in the studios, we have Ms. Mahalakshmi Saravanan, the founder of Women Entrepreneurs India. Ma'am, you were just telling us a little bit about how, the three challenges that women most often face. They're a little confused. They don't have a clear mindset on whether they want to do a business or they want to take up a job. And even if they do set up a home-based business, they kind of take that risk factor is always there. They don't dream big enough, like you said. Obviously, I'm sure you've come through a lot of success stories and you've been able to transform their lives. What would you like to tell, the women entrepreneurs who are having a little bit of that self-doubt?
I would advise women not to see themselves as a woman but as an entrepreneur. They should exactly think like an entrepreneur. When it comes to business, gender doesn't matter. So you have to focus only on the business. If you are to travel during nights, you should be able to. You have to take risk. I think the biggest thing a woman should actually do is focus on what she's doing, focusing on one thing at a time so that she can do things quickly and she can actually improve her business rather than doing, we call it as multitasking, but that doesn't work when it comes to business.
Okay.
You have to focus on one thing at a time. Laser focus is important.
Okay.
If your domain is, the core business is into technology, don't take care of the marketing part, just outsource it.
Okay.
The more you outsource, the more you actually grow in your business. Don't try to take everything on your head, doing marketing, doing financing, doing a lot of other areas of businesses. Just try to focus on the core business and then outsource everything.
I think that's absolutely gold advice because more often than not, as you were telling me this, I had visuals of images of my friends as well. When we all wanted to become entrepreneurs or when we start this journey, we think, it becomes easier if we are doing everything. We become that one-stop solution to our client or whoever it is, and we tell them, we give them assurance that we will take care of everything. So I think, like you said, focusing on one thing might give us time to do that with 100% and give it to the experts because they might be in that field. We'll come back and find out who Mahalakshmi Saravanan considers as her superwoman in just a bit. Stay tuned. This is On Demand Channel with me, Shruti, only on 94.3 Radio 1. What are the challenges that women face? And you advised us about taking things one, thing at a time, focusing on one thing. Who do you consider a superwoman?
You have already declared me as a superwoman, so I'm not going to quote myself as one. But then I would see women who come out of their comfort zones, overcome fear, and impact the society in the best way are the superwomen of the world.
Okay. So as a lot of personal experience, when people tell you that they look up to you, and they come and ask you these questions, they tell you that they're, inspired by you and motivated by you, and they love your story. Has there been any women in your life that you've been influenced by and have looked up to them as a role model?
See, when you ask me about my inspiration, I would say each and everyone whoever I see, I try to seek some inspiration from someone. Maybe from you, the kind of language you have, the command over the language, maybe from someone else, the kind of time management skills they have. So I try to learn something from each person I meet.
That you meet.
Yeah.
And I think that is some, thing that we should all observe because there's so much out there, and the more you observe, I think you'll pick up the nuances from people, and that will make us, a better version of ourselves, and we could all be superwomen. So in the studio with me today, I had Mahalakshmi Saravanan. Ma'am, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for coming into the studio today and making my superwoman a little extra special.
Thank you, Shruti, and you were awesome.